Happiness, that's my target. But right now I feel like I'm on the R6, down a long, long road full of hardship. The barrier's there till I barge it, but I'm carrying fear in my basket. They ain't carrying souls like a casket, cause half of these artists asked to get arse licked. I'm the best hands down, half six. With my presence in the future, I struggle to surpass it. Don't watch me like Medusa, I turned you into hard pics. All these silly rumours, anything to tarnish. And out of these girlies, I work the hardest. What's going on? It's your girl Mz Bratt, and you are watching Factory 78 with your boy DJ Lanray. Keep it locked. To the drums like your heartbeat, baby. Happiness, that's my target. But right now I feel like I'm on the R6, down a long, long road full of hardship.
Factory 78 TV exclusive interviews. I am here to meet the artist, lyricist, rapper, musician, model, actress, designer, Mz Bratt. How are you?
I've been to heartbreaks, all these silly rumours, anything. I'm very well, man. You made me sound so special. Thank you. I'm really good. How are you?
Yeah, not bad at all. We had to go through the catalogue because I just started to investigate a little bit further about you, and then I noticed you've been dipping and dabbling with a lot of other, talents. Is that because you're just an all-round artist, or did you just start learning all these other aspects of the entertainment industry?
I think I've always been just mad creative. I've always wanted to do everything, but up until now I've just been focusing on music, and then I feel like I'm at a good place where I know myself musically, so I can go into different avenues and try out different things. Heart's getting colder, frozen. I don't trust anyone, even if I know them. You wanna read this book? I'm just about.
Speaking about knowing yourself musically, now you have been out there for, just before we came in, we were talking a little bit about the fact that you have been in the music industry for a couple of years now. You're a young lady, fresh face, Yeah, did I say one of Atlantic Records' finest MCs, as in finest MCs? Yeah, so you have been around for a couple of years doing the music thing. You're an MC, started off battling, and you're a female MC. First of all, where did you start? How did you discover your talent of rapping, and what gave you that confidence to go and challenge the guys in that arena?
I guess it started off with my dad. He was an MC, so that makes me a second generation MC. Yeah, and it's really weird, he used to write lyrics for me and my sister. We used to learn them and just rap them against each other. We was only 5 and 7. And that's when I kind of took a shine to it. And then I went to school and I used to listen to a lot of MCs like Wiley and Kano, Dizzy Rascal, and I just used to write loads of lyrics, but I was so shy to say them to anyone. And all of my friends at school were guys, and they all used to MC. And then one of them, he gave me the confidence to kind of speak out loud and just perform them to everyone. And then I entered the MC battle at school, and I won it. And then from then I just had the confidence, and yeah, just progressed. Yeah. You
mentioned a couple of big hitters here in the UK, Kano, Wiley. These are some of the artists that have co-signed your work, some of the people that have said you are, an established artist, you're still a young lady, but they have acknowledged your, talent years ago. Now, when you first got the first phone call or the first word on radio that one of these artists said, look, Mz Bratt can spit, what kind of encouragement did you get from that?
It was crazy, because I remember the first time Wiley ever rung me. I was 15 years old, and I got a phone call, and he was like, yo. And I was like, who's this? I was really young. I was like a little, I don't know, I was a little tomboy. So I was like, who's this? And he's like, it's Wiley. And I was like, oh my God, what does he want? And then he just said, look, I've been listening to your stuff, I really want to work with you, you should come roll with me, kind of thing. And I was like, okay, cool. And then went to studio, did a song, but he actually wasn't there. So up until recently, I've never actually worked with him, but I've always done tracks, and then he's laid his bit down wherever he is, kind of thing. And also Terror Danger as well. He's the guy that actually brought me into the grime scene, the underground scene, and he put my name out there a lot. He took me to like Kiss FM, doing sets on Logan Sama's show. One Extra, they've been supporting me since I was like 17, thanks to Terror. Yeah, so a lot of experience came with working with Terror.
You mentioned One Extra, Kiss FM. These are the radio stations that people would do anything to get on their playlists. Like, people would give their arm and their legs just for a song to be played. And they have completely supported you from the start of your career till now. I saw a freestyle with you on Tim Westwood. You kept on going. You know, these are stages and arenas where real MCs get to, and they freeze. But for someone like you, it seems so natural. How come?
I guess where I was so young and hungry, working with Terror, he always threw me in at the deep end. So I didn't realise how big things were until kind of now, where I realised, you know, like Radio 1 is a big thing. And I was one of the first MCs with Aftershock, Terror Danger's collective, to MC on Radio 1. And for me, that's a really big thing. But at the time, I just wanted to MC. I just wanted people to hear my lyrics. I just wanted to MC all day, every day. But I was given so many opportunities, and I didn't take them for granted. I was given opportunity to have a voice, and I spoke out, I guess. Yeah.
Now, fast forward to 2011. This year, besides that, you've done shows supporting big acts. You mentioned names like N-Dubs, Tinchy, you've done Wiley, you've done Roll Deep, you've been to Liverpool, been to the United States of America. You know, that's where the modeling and all that came from, but we're going to put that aside for now. You know, so you've done all these things, and you finally, after doing music, you know, to your fans, creating a kind of buzz in the underground scene, you've linked up with Atlantic Records to push things further. That deal, when you got the call to say Atlantic Record, they like your music and they would like to speak to you and maybe work with you in the future. Tell me about the feelings you got from that.
I was really excited. I think it's a weird one because it wasn't instant. It wasn't like they just rung me up and said, oh, we're interested in you, let's do it. I was working with my A&R for about 6 months before I signed the deal, and I think Atlantic played a huge role in me finding myself musically and kind of taking it from the underground and giving, you know, an opportunity to take it overground and commercial, but still being me. So yeah, we were working really hard for about 6 months before I signed the deal, and I was mad excited. I think the whole time I've been working with them, I've been really excited, and it's motivated me as well because there's a lot of huge artists on their roster. You know, you've got Bruno Mars, who I toured with, and he's like up here, and it gives me inspiration to work harder rather than, yeah, I'm signed, I can sit back and just chill. Like, I've got competition and I need to work, yeah.
The funny thing about you mentioning Atlantic Records allowing you to be yourself, finding yourself musically, because I saw an interview with you, I was telling you a couple of months ago now, and you were talking about image and your art, and you said at that time that your art comes first before your image. Tell me about that.
I find it really hard as a female. Working with Terror and all the guys, I'd never found it hard because they always had my back. But when I left them and I did my own thing and I was Mz Bratt, I always found it hard to get my voice heard, for people to take me seriously. I always got, you know, she's just a pretty face, that's why she's got so far, kind of thing. But I don't believe that. I believe in my heart and soul that I'm good at what I do and I'm good at doing me. So image, I always try to kind of, like, you'll never see me, you know, with my bosoms out or cleavage or in a, I don't know, batty riders or anything, because I want people to focus on the craft rather than how it looks and how it's being portrayed. kind of thing.
Well, you've been doing a good job so far. And now 2011 singles have started to come out. You've done that in the past, but now it's on a bigger level. I saw the video with Speeding with Dot Rotten. That was a fantastic video, by the way. Shot in Magaluf, wasn't it? Tell me about that experience.
I think I had like 2 days off in the week, and I was quite rebellious because I asked my manager if I could go and shoot the video. He was like, well, you've got things to do, you can't. And I actually kind of sneakily went out there. I shot the video, and it was so random because Dot rang me and he was like, oh, I booked your ticket, you need to get there in an hour. I didn't have time to pack, so I literally had to go to the airport, get on the plane, land, and then I was just there. So all of the clothes that I'm wearing and stuff, I bought from the market out there, and we didn't know where we was going to shoot as well. We literally just went on an adventure, walking around, nearly fell off some cliffs and died. Like it was a wicked day because it was such an adventure, and I think the whole energy of the song it did come across because it was fun but cheeky, and I wanted it to be somewhere summery, so that it would inspire people and uplift them.
That was why I referred to you, if I didn't, as a poet, because there were parts in that song where it felt like you were just speaking the words and then rapping at the same time, so it just gave us different facets to your work. Now October is a big thing. Tear It All Down, the next single, 24th of October, is going to be out. People need to go get that song. BBC One Extra, Choice FM, everybody is banging that tune. Tell me about this next single and what it means to you.
This single, I love this song. I'm always about energies and vibes and stuff, and this song for me is like one of those songs that just get you dancing. But for me, it's like that kind of Missy Elliott type vibe, and I look up to her a lot, and I feel like that's kind of missing from the UK scene, that kind of just those distinctive songs that will just get played and played and played kind of thing. And yeah, I just really like the song. I worked with this guy called Rafi, who's part of Labyrinth's camp. He made the beat. He's going to be wicked as well. He's going to be huge, so look out for him. And yeah.
That's the next thing. So that's the 24th of October. The video you said you just shot as well, which we should be expecting pretty soon. Any word on that? You know when it's going to come out?
It will come out, I think, next week. Yeah. Wow. I'm really excited about it, actually, because I shot the video with the director who did my first ever video, Who Do You Think You Are? But I've come a long way since then, so I don't know, I'm just excited. There's dancing in there, and it's just, yeah.
So people need to just follow you on Twitter to know when the date, the video is going to come out. One of the funny things as well, when you follow people on Twitter, sometimes you unfollow them because they're not interesting. They come up with so many, but you're yourself. You say things the way you want to say it. You give your fans a little bit of insight into you, the artist, the kind of hard work that you're going through every single day, performing at festivals, putting in the graphs in the studios, midnight. Tell us a little bit about how life is for Mz Bratt.
Life is very busy, very, very, very busy. I don't really sleep much because my mind's always ticking. Like if I'm actually not doing anything, then I'm writing lyrics, or I'm just thinking of creative things that I can do to excite my fans or get people excited, or just new things. And a normal day for me, I'll be at the studio, I'll do interviews, then I'll have a show at night. What else? Photo shoots as well. So I'm always busy.
It's been an absolute pleasure coming here to meet you. Being fans of your work for months, for years. It's always nice to see someone that has been working so hard in the music industry to completely take it to a different level. 2011 is the year of Mz Bratt. Tear It All Down, October 24th. People need to get that single and back your work. The Bratt, is it Mz Bratt Online?
No, it's Bratt Online. Yeah, Bratt Online. That's my Twitter, my YouTube, my Facebook, and my website, brattonline.com.
brattonline.com, Factory 78 TV, Tear It All Down, October 24th. Absolute pleasure mixing you. See you next time.
No clouds and the sun is lit until there's violence and the whole house is crumbling. I see the signs, we have to redesign cause times are major. If I say that we're family, there won't be slab behavior. Take it slow if you're rolling with us, it's time to make up your mind together. We're a force that ain't designed to break up. We can travel the